Good afternoon, Tamara. I am Dr. Narsi.
Hello, Dr. Narsi. Nice to meet you. I'm glad I was able to get an appointment with you, because
Before we get down to business, I thought I'd introduce myself to you, so you can get to know me.
Okay.
I was born in Indiana, not too far from Chicago.
What a coincidence, I was also born in.
As I was saying, I was born in Indiana to a middle-class family. My two brothers and I had a typical upbringing. We all enjoyed swimming and horsing around in the pond by the house.
Wow, we too had a pond by our.
Excuse me, I believe I was the one who was speaking. In high school, when I wasn't studying, I tended my collection of snakes and lizards, and built increasingly elaborate enclosures for them. To feed them, I started by taking extra helpings at dinner that I didn't need, hiding them in a napkin, and sneaking them out to the enclosure. When my parents caught on, rather than cut me off, they gave me some chores around the house, and paid me so that I could buy some real snake food. Do you want to hear about my college experience?
Actually, I was hoping.
Well, by dint of hard work and not a little talent, I was awarded a scholarship to Colgate University. During my first year, I realized that this was my last chance to realize my dream of being on a school sports team. I checked out the teams, and I calculated that I had the best chance of making the crew team, even though I'd never done crew. I trained hard, and I have to admit that my grades suffered during that first year. But, by golly, I made the team, and even did pretty decently. Are you paying attention?
Yes, you rode for Colgate.
Yes, and thank you for mentioning that I was the star rower on the team. I appreciate the compliment. However, I'd say that perhaps I wasn't the star rower, though certainly a star rower.
But
after college and med school, I was hired by a medical practice run by one Herbert Norwich. He was a great doctor, and I learned a lot from him. As the years went by, I realized that I was now good enough to run my own practice. So I let Dr. Norwich know that I was interested in acquiring his practice. But that stubborn old fart wouldn't sell. Said he was enjoying running his own practice, even though that denied me my right to run the practice. Sadly, it was shortly after this that Dr. Norwich was bitten at the clinic by an incredibly deadly viper. And strangely, no one could find the clinic's supply of antivenom. So the old geezer kicked the bucket. After that, I had no trouble convincing his widow to sell, and here we are. So, now that you know a little about me, how can I help you? Oh, I see. Well, this is easy to diagnose. You obviously have narcolepsy. Not to worry, I have just the cure you need. I'm going to prescribe the compact disc Dr. Narsi Singh's medical practice's greatest hits. I think you'll find it will be the best $79 investment you'll ever make. After listening to this CT for 5 hours a day for a week, I can guarantee that you won't be coming back to my office complaining of narcolepsy.